Like, do they treat you like you're dumb? Do they talk slower to you guys and stuff?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I've had it.
They start like that.
Yeah.
I always feel like I need to talk slower around meatheads.
Do you know where bathroom is? Like that.
Welcome back to Care for Boys. Today we got a bunch of meatheads with us today, and the big thing that we want to talk about. There's a lot of I guess people online who say that meatheads are dumb. You guys are stupid. You're basically walking Neanderthals and retarded, and you can barely talk or walk or even read or write.
Hey,
we kind of want to, but we want to bore through that. Kind of talk about the misconceptions about y'all. So, you have the floor.
I mean, the average meathead is a stupid person.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad, dude. All right, I thought you guys were a little deeper.
Archetypes and stereotypes exist for a reason. Statistically accurate.
Hey, real talk though. This stereotype about like the jock that's stupid but muscular, it only really exists in the West. Because in Asia you can be athletic, but you're not. No one looks and there's no stereotype of being a dumbass because you're athletic. It's actually the contrary. You're smart. You're athletic. You're like the whole package. So I don't know where that came from. Yeah.
Do I believe you?
It's true. You should watch more anime.
Oh, you're getting realistic appraisals of Asian culture from anime. Cool.
You should watch K-drama, dude. The fucking soccer player is also the smartest motherfucker, too.
The soccer player.
Do you watch Disney movies and assume that's real life?
They don't have powerlifters.
Real sports.
No. Yeah, they don't have shock putters.
Shock putters.
Yeah.
Shock.
Shock putters, man.
Read a book, dude.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't know how to
Let's
read.
just change this because stereotypes exist for a reason, guys. Okay, that's why.
What's your favorite stereotype?
Yeah, what's your favorite stereotype?
The buff dude that's dumb.
No, that's not my favorite.
I like that one.
Wasn't every '90s movie where you have even like Biff, right?
Yep.
He's like this bigger, dumb guy.
Yeah, as long as you wear a varsity jacket, you're
Yeah.
that.
Why, where did that even come from? I don't even know. Like where you're from.
It has to be from like real life experiences back then for the writers or the directors. So they're usually the assholes. So let's write that in.
Oh, because you're saying that all the writers are just like skinny little nerds that want to get back at
That's
the job.
probably how they got to it. Yeah.
Oh.
Usually.
Because in this day and age, I feel like the whole fitness industry kind of turned that on its head. Like every guy that I know that's a meathead has somehow, and that's a decent following, has now built their own brand, is probably sponsored by a supplement company, is an entrepreneur. Like I would say out of all the different types of influencers I see on social media, the highest middle class one is meatheads. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's not.
They might not be like a multi-millionaire, but a lot of fitness influencers are above the 100K, 200K a year threshold.
But that's not very fun, Bart.
No.
We're trying to generalize and stereotype.
It's great.
Also,
we're gonna keep this.
Maybe they're not that
We're gonna
smart,
keep this a
they're just
comedy
good at-
podcast.
Wait, doesn't that also correlate though when you're talking about influencers in general? Like, and you said it yourself. Like, if you got like an 8-pack, you're gonna get clicks. You could be smart, you could be dumb, but like that's hot, and people like hot, right? It's like there's the conversation that people who are just born hot, like you already have something worth selling.
We're born athletic.
Yeah, you didn't have to necessarily work for it, and no discredit to it. Like if I was like fucking a 10 out of 10 fine, I'm gonna abuse that versus try to get really talented.
Hey, you're abusing your 9 pretty hard, brother. Your 9's getting beat up out there. But
Fishing for compliments 101,
Yeah.
baby. I loved it.
Hey, you know what? You guys fucking make me
If you
blush.
were a girl, your Instagram would be like, I'm not a 10 out of 10,
I'm not a
but I'm
10
doing my best.
This is what I look like in the morning.
yeah.
Okay.
Woke up flawless.
My legs and sit a lot more jock like real quick with Subi.
Hey, man.
What? Relax, bro. It's friendly.
Do you guys find that, like, say you're having just a normal interaction, people who don't even know you, right? Like, do they treat you like you're dumb? Do they talk slower to you guys and stuff?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I've had it.
They start like that.
I always feel like I need to talk slower around meatheads.
Do you know where bathroom is? Like that.
What about this? Is it a stereotype where, like, let's say you go eat with your regular friends, and like, oh, let me guess, you're going to get the chicken.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, you're going to pick the boring
My
shit.
regular
can
friends
you
are
eat that?
used to me
Yeah,
doing that
same.
shit, but they're completely correct, just accurate stereotype.
Yeah. Can you eat that?
Yeah, are you allowed to eat this?
Yeah.
My parents
Yeah.
still have never bifurcated two entirely different concepts.
Yep.
One, is the food that we are offering you good for you at this phase of your diet? Or two, is it a food you like? To them, it's the same question. So they'll be like, hey, do you want like this plate of like 8 of the veggies that you think are disgusting and have never eaten your entire life? And ostensibly we know who you are because we fucking raised you in our home, but whatever. And I'm like, oh, no, thanks. I'm good. And my dad will be like, but it's fiber. And I'm like, Dad, there are foods I don't eat because I don't like them, even though they're approved to eat. And my dad has never once in his life bothered to ask,
I
like,
get to know you.
my dad arguably has no idea who I am. He couldn't pick me out of a crowd.
Isn't that your dad?
I wasn't going to say it, but yes, he is. And you know what? When your dad gets to know you, he gives you a lot of like, it's like the ultimate recognition,
Ask
right?
me.
And recognition leads to what we know in science. It leads to underachievement. Asians only here.
Ching chong bing bong.
Is it accurate to say that Asians have deep connected getting to know you relationships with their fathers? Fuck no.
Hell no.
Fuck no.
Dad barely knows who we are. And that's what keeps you guys being the overachievers of the world. White people in the suburbs, their dads are great. They take walks with their golden retriever. They have talks when they're 9 that are personal. These white kids end up going to college and dropping out because he's smoking too much weed. That's how that works. Jared never knew who I was. He just knew I was at the receiving end of beatings. And I tell you what, he raised me right.
Nice.
We smoke a lot of weed too, but we still excel in school.
Damn, what a flex.
Yeah. Where'd you go to school, Joe?
Cal State LA. I'm an unlicensed psychologist.
Hell yeah, pimp.
Yup.
Flex your shit, bro.
Dude, that's like such a sweet line to drop on a date. She's like, so like, what do you like? No, you're like, I know pretty good psychology. I could like, psychoanalyze you. And she's like, okay, like,
Doctor now.
oh my God. And you're like, well, I have to tell you, I got to warn you. She's like, why? You're like, I'm unlicensed. She's like, oh my God, it's so risky. Let's do it. You're like, you
tell
kind of
her
seem
all
like
her
a
problems.
fucking whore. She's like, oh my God, how do you know that?
You're practicing without a license. How can you?
Yeah.
But I'm like, I live dangerous.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Oh, the actual thing. The vast majority of people that don't know who Jared and I are and they start talking to us or have talked to us, airports and stuff, airplanes, they're usually a combination of several things. One is incredibly polite. Well, one, because people are just nice. And two, when you look like a war machine or something, people are just
dumbass with a
generally like
stupid-ass
scared of
haircut. Come
you a little bit. They're kind of like, oh, I better be nice. And the other thing is they do tend to talk slower and they tend to keep the concepts, 2 things. 1, simplistic, and 2, in a realm in which they think you can relate to and understand. So it'll be like, oh, these cookies I'm eating,
I know they're bad for me.
for my tummy, for my muscles, right? I shouldn't eat them. You agree? And I'm like, well, technically macro distributions don't matter as much as total calories and getting enough protein. And they're like, cookies.
Welcome
Fair.
to being Asian.
Yeah.
That is funny because you use a lot of big words, but you're also a big dude.
They're like,
Big words for a big man. That's what they say next, typically. And then we're in the bathroom on the fuck 6,000 feet up club, whatever Mile High Club, which is yeah, baby, because we out here. Just kidding. It is physically impossible for Jared and I to fit in with another human female
that's
into an
never
airplane
gonna happen.
bathroom. I don't know how people join the Mile High
Actually,
Club.
I can't poop.
Would fly like economy comfortably or no? No.
Comfortably, no. I do have an unlock. Your boy's 5'1",
Yeah.
and so I can fit lengthwise.
Your knees don't hit the seat.
Correct, dude. I've literally never experienced.
But then you're like this way, 5'1" too.
No, that just means it's a problem for the people sitting next to him, not for him.
I hate that, dude. I
Yeah, me
hate
too. I always try to
inconveniencing
lean on
other
the
people.
window. If I have to fly
I
economy,
only fly aisle seats.
Okay. That means the cart's still hitting you.
Me every time, and I don't even get upset about it because it's real. I chose to do this to
But then you're
myself.
in their
Fuck
way.
me.
You piece of shit.
Well, no, not really.
Window
'Cause,
seat.
dude.
Lean against the
Yolanda
window.
hits me with that cart as hard as possible every time. She doesn't give a fuck.
You know why I think the Western stereotype exists about the whole like jock meathead? Like if you're some sort of like physically phenomenal something, then you're probably also dumb. I think that exists because it's actually true in America because we prioritize entertainment so heavy here that an athlete, if you're really, really good at basketball, you'll get like a full ride to like Stanford. But
But that means you go to school and you get smart at Stanford, right? Don't athletes that go to I tried.
right, but don't they do that across almost every like higher level college across the nation? Like
Well, so
you're
for
gonna
me, it would be like the ultimate meathead. Like let's say you look at Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? He's Mr. Olympia. Then he's a movie star. Then he becomes the governor. Then I'm like it's so much stereotype shattering that I'm like, where did this come
But even then, right, the criticism was always like he's the governor because he was in a bunch of Terminator movies. And so people like me are like, that's tight. I want him to be the governor, and we vote for him.
The governor specifically.
I have something insightful here, which is arguably not going to get me canceled.
Okay,
But
you sure?
there's
Are
an
you
argument.
sure?
Sure enough to say it.
Okay, good.
But not
Because
sure
there's a
enough to-
very direct answer to this, guys. I'm just off the record.
Okay, so here's the kind of direct answer that we can talk about in public. You take any single group of people, let's call them Asian Americans,
I like it.
Okay.
and you take all of the women that are more dark-skinned and they go right to Jerry.
Yep.
Now who are we left with? The rest, right?
Light skin.
So all right, and men of darker and lighter skin, 3/4, right? And so if you take all of those Asian American folks, you can imagine that every human being has a certain combination of talents and abilities. And let's say they're just distributed on average through the population. So the probability that you are naturally talented in the intellect is like, it's not 100%, right? Let's say 50-50. Some people are more talented, some people are less, right? The probability that you are talented physically, like you're really good at sports, let's say has zero relation to your ability to be good at school. Zero relation, which means it's also like 50-50, top 50%, bottom 50%, right? For you to be both talented at sports and intellectually talented is already 50 times 50, which is 25% chance. You're already in the minority. So when people typically examine athletes, they don't come off as exceptionally intellectual because the average athlete has no more chance of being intellectual than any regular person. And so you're talking to athletes and you're like, yeah, they're like, whatever, meh. But you're like, athletes are smart. You're like, whoa, that's really like, it stands out. It stands out just as much as nerds who are also good at like at sports. Imagine you went to a physics lab and you were like just interviewing the people, are like, whoa, what's this particle collider? What are you guys doing? And the one guy's like, yeah, man, my bench press is skyrocketing. It's like 500-pound raw bench. You're like, what the fuck? That would be exactly as surprising as athletes that are smart people that are athletes. You could only have to assume that the traits are just unrelated, independently distributed, and the probability of having both is just low by design. Like it's like the probability of being incredibly, incredibly short and being Asian is low because incredibly short people are really rare. And being super tall and being Asian, also low. So when you see someone who's either super, super short, like 4'1", or super, super tall, like, well, for an Asian 6'0", I'm kidding.
First of all, you had me all the way till the chances of being Asian and short are low.
Super short. Really short.
You talk about 3 feet?
You lost me there.
How about 3 feet? You're like, I have 2 aunties that are 3 feet tall. Yeah, that was shit because Asians are on average shorter, right? But in just any normally distributed sample of humans, being a combination of 2 traits that are both exceptional is like doubly more exceptional by definition. And so that's at least one of the ways in which you can get the jock stereotype. Here's another one. When you have a certain trait, you tend to like
lean into it.
Yeah. So like if you weren't instantly gifted at school, but you're gifted in sports, you might not put in as much work into school because your coach is like, good job, son. Just get your homework done, write some letters in there, you'll be good. See you at practice. And that's how Jared raised me. God damn it. And I took second at states 5 years in a row. I was in high school for 5 years. Yes. Jared pulled me back 1 year so that I could win states. I disappointed him again, and it was awful. But in any case, if you're really pointing into athletics, you're not going to develop your schoolwork. Whereas if you don't have athletic talent, but you even have a reasonable brain, like you might really put it into schoolwork and people are like, oh, you're quite smart. So I think that's at least some of the ways the stereotypes happen. Other ways in which stereotypes happen, I'm absolutely forbidden for discussion.
Thank you for involving math and diagrams and shit like that and sucking all the fucking fun out of this prompt. And
I blame the Incredible Hulk because everyone grew up watching that. He was smart as fuck and buff as fuck.
That's true. That's true. We're just trying to like generalize people and make fun of people and shit.
Very smart enemy.
I know. I hate it. I hate it.
You can't have 2.
I have a really small dick.
Okay.
Clip it.
Clip it.
Also, it doesn't really work well either.